of you. So, as we have studied in yesterday's class, variation of G as we go above the surface of the earth. So, we have got the formula. If you go above, that is what? Go above earth surface. So, what is the G formula, everybody? So, where the G value maximum? First of all, you tell me that. Where the G value is maximum?
At the surface.
At the surface. So at the surface, G value of Earth is maximum. That is what we used to say. Of course, 9.8 meter per second square. So approximately is equals to 10 meter per second square. That is what is the formula. What is the formula, everybody? Acceleration, that is what? Universal gravitational constant into mass of the Earth divided by radius of the Earth square of radius of the Earth. So that is what is the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth. Now, if you travel above from the earth, certain height away from the ground, that is what surface, then radius of the earth is re. So then the height, the distance between the two bodies from their centers, let me take r. Then in this case, what is the G value, everybody? At this height, what is the G value, everyone? G is equals to G into capital M divided by distance between the two bodies from their centers. What is that, everybody? R square. So what do you mean by R, this one? R is the distance of radius of earth plus height. So R is equals to radius of earth plus height above from the ground. So if I replace the formula, I'll get it. What is the formula? We got it, everybody. G dash is equals to, speak loudly, guys, G into M divided by RE plus H whole square. Am I right, guys? Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, even this formula further we have been modified, and finally we got the formula. So you can replace it. G is equals to GM by R square. You can replace in place of GM. You can write it as a what, everybody? G into R square. So I'll replace with that. I got G dash above from the ground. G dash is equals to G divided by, speak everybody, H plus 1 plus H divided by radius
RE
of
the
the whole square. So this is the formula we have been used. Wherever you go above from the ground, that is what? At a, like, there is a measurement proper distance. If the given distance height above from the ground is extremely smaller than radius of the earth, then the same formula will be modified into what, everybody? If it is like 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, like that. So then in this case, G dash is equals to what is the formula, everybody? G into 1 minus 2 into H divided by radius of radius of the earth. So this is the formula. Those who are absent yesterday, I think Manya is there and Samya. You have to watch the yesterday video. It is very, very important. So this is what we studied, and we have done the calculation also. And you have to remember. So after that, we have calculated variation of G as we go below. So below earth surface, if you have been gone, so that we all people knows below means what, we can take it. From the surface, I'm going to below. So it is considered as a what? Hollow sphere or solid sphere, earth. Everybody, going down. Going down means it is considered as a what, everybody? Solid sphere. Understanding? So it is went at a depth of D. So in this case, what is the G dash? At this depth, what is the G dash? G dash is equals to what is the formula, everybody? G into
G.
mass of that inner layer is M dash, GM dash divided by R square. But here, what do you mean by R, everybody? My earth is as a solid sphere or hollow sphere? Solid sphere. So radius of the earth minus the depth. The depth you want to consider as a H also. Nothing wrong in that. So your choice. So finally we got it. G dash is equals to what is the formula, everybody? G dash is equals to, please respond, G into mass of earth into R divided by R radius of the earth cube root of cube of radius of the earth. So here we use the density formula. What is the density formula, everybody? Mass by volume. So if I consider earth is a perfect spherical, so what is the volume of a sphere, everybody? 4 by 3. Speak, guys. 4 by 3. That is what is that? We have used mass divided by 4/3 pi r cube. So this is the formula we have been used and we have been found it also. Where is the G value? So where the G value is maximum, everybody? Outside if you have taken, of course, if I take the earth, please remember, on the surface, G value is what, everybody? G value will be what, everybody? Maximum. If I go above, G value is inversely proportional to square of distance between the earth and the object. If I go down, that is what, inside the solid, G value is directly proportional to R. Already I have taught you while I'm teaching the solid sphere and hollow sphere. Am I right, guys? Inside and outside we studied or not? Everybody, please respond. That is one. So the same concept you have to remember here. Somebody call to that Murali. Yes. Do you understand, Mr. Rudreswa? So this is what we studied in the yesterday's class. Now, with the help of that, even as we know, Earth is considered as a solid sphere. So 2017, they have asked in the JEE mains exam. So what is a graph? So R is this one. So now see inside and on the surface where R is equals to R, this is outside. So now tell me inside, R increases, G value increases or not? Everybody. Inside solid sphere, R increases, G value increases or decreases or inside it is directly proportional to R. Am I right or wrong? Please respond, everybody. Yes or no? Because we got it inside. What is the formula? Everybody, 4/3 pi into G into rho into R. Yesterday we have done it. Check it, everybody, notebooks. So inside is directly proportional to R. Outside it is inversely proportional to square of R. Am I right? Not responding what I can do. That is what. Understand, brothers? Then at the R is equals to R, it will reach us to the maximum. Then outside R is greater than R, then the value is keep on decreases. That is what is the graph. So even this is a question they asked in JEE mains. So 2017 JEE mains, this is a graph asked about a solid sphere. That is what Earth we can consider. So this is the solid sphere. Okay, everybody. So now till here we'll study. So based upon that, we are going to start one example for today's class. So and then we'll proceed. So right, first question, everybody. Find the weight of a person. Find the weight of a person at depth R/2 below the earth surface. Below the earth surface, if weight of object on a surface is 100 newtons. This is the question. So option A, 100 newtons. Option B, 200 newtons. Option C, 60 newtons. And option D, 50 newtons. So this is the options. So let us try, everybody. I will teach you, just observe. Make observation and later you can plan. That is what, nothing else. So let's start, everyone. Yes. So Mr. Narayan is not there. Just make a call for him. Mr. Narayan, Prince, and where are brothers? Somebody is missing. Mahalakshmi, yes. Okay. So this is what. So let's proceed now, everybody. So we all knows what is the weight formula. Yesterday also I taught you. Can you tell me what is the weight formula? Weight is equals to what, guys? Speak, guys. Weight is equals to what? Yes, please. Mass into acceleration. So 9th class also you studied. Mass means matter present in a body. Weight means a force exerted by a body on the surface. That is what weight is equals to force. Force is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Am I right? Everybody speak, guys. Weight is equal to weight and force, both are unit is Newton only. Now, so they are asking not the weight on the surface. They are asking the boy is traveled or some person is traveled at what distance? Everybody. Till total is RE. So he came up to how much distance? Check it, everybody. The question they mentioned. He went to what? Depth of? Yes, please, guys. Depth of how much he went? All of you.
R by 2.
R by 2 depth event. So D is equals to R by 2. So now we all knows that when down G dash is equals to what is the formula? Just now we have studied G dash is equals to what is the formula? Everybody check it, everybody. Going down, depth. Depth means what is the formula? G into M into R divided by R cube. You should say correct, that's what. So what will happen, everybody? GMR divided by radius of the earth cube. So now R means we all know. Can you tell me depth means depth R means what? Speak loudly. R means what, everybody? RE minus H. R we can say D, depth, your choice. So I will replace it GM into radius of earth minus depth, the distance traveled inside divided by cube of radius of the earth. Now, all of you observe very carefully here, everybody. So now you can notice it, all of you. If you observe very carefully, so we all knows that G is equals to GM by R square. From that, GM is equals to GR square. Am I right, guys? Speak loudly, guys. So I'll replace this GM with G into R square into RE minus H. That is what radius of the earth divided by cube root. So now what will happen? Cube root and square will get cancelled. Only one is remaining. So let it be now. All of you observe very carefully. So I'll get G dash is equals to G into, you can see, we'll get RE gone. Okay. Yeah, I am having RE minus H divided by RE. Okay, va? Ellame understand ma? All of you?
Yes, sir.
That is it. Now, I'll write this one as G into RE by RE minus H divided by RE. So RE will get cancelled, which is equals to G into 1 minus H divided by RE. This is the formula when you go inside what? Everybody. Yes, please. Please respond, guys. So when you go inside the earth, Purima, Ellame, understand or not, Amma? Please respond. That is what. So G dash is equals to G into 1 minus H divided by RE. Now, according to the question, H is equals to what, guys? H or D? Better you put a D also. H or D depth. Okay, going inside depth, which is equals how much event? Why? Everybody.
R by 2.
R by 2. So replace H is equals to R by 2. So G into 1 minus R by 2 divided by RE. That is what radius of the earth. So which is equals to G into 1 minus RE divided by 2RE because LCM. So RE will get cancelled. So which is equals to G into 1 minus 1 by 2. So which is equals how much, Ra? 1 minus half G by 2. So that is the G dash. So if you go deeper inside the earth, you understanding? If you go just understanding, so what will happen? G values keep on decreases. When you reaches to the center of the earth, G value will become what? Everybody, it will become 0 meter per second square. So because what will happen, everybody? When it reaches to the center, so radius of the earth is equals to, understanding, center, that is what, from the center. So then further it is not possible. That is why you have to be very careful. If once it will reaches to the center, you remember, then we will say what the force of attraction of the body or the weight of the body is equals to 0 kilogram meter per second square. That is what we will say 0 newtons. That is what you have to remember. Okay, everybody? Clear? Understand, Pradosh, Rudreswa? Now our question, we forgot it. So G become G by 2. So now what is the given question? All of you, check it, everybody. So what is the weight? Weight is equals to, we have done just beginning, mass into G dash. Am I right, everybody? So now G
Yes,
dash,
sir.
got it as a G by 2. So I'll replace it. So mass equals how many kgs, Ra? Yes, please. M is equals how many kgs? Of course, here it's not mentioned. Okay. So you can take it R by 2. Then what they're asking, you can see. So weight is equals to, what is the mass of the body? We can find it correct. What is the mass of the body? So how much it will come? So or else you can directly also do it. Nothing wrong in that. So you can take it now. So what is the mass, everybody? Beginning, you can check it, everyone. What is the mass? 100 newtons. Oh, sorry. Already given 100 newtons. If weight of the object on surface is 100 newtons, then we want to know weight on that. Okay. So let us find mass on that. So weight is 100. 100 is equals to m into g. So g value is 10. So what is the 100 on the surface, which is equals to how many kg? Everybody, how many kgs raw? Yes, please. 10 kg. Am I right or wrong? Speak, guys. 10 into. So G value is also 10 divided by 2, which is equals to how many newtons? Everybody. Weight of the
Newton.
body. Yes. So weight of the body on the other option, another one, which is equals to 50 newtons. Are you clear, everyone? Understand or not? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
What is the correct option? 50 newtons. That is the answer. Any doubt anybody can ask, or else we'll proceed further. Is it okay, brothers? Udresha, any doubt? Laksha, clear? Yeah. Mr. Rishi,
Yes, sir.
any doubt, please ask. So this is what is the two things which will affect it. Then third one, before going to third one, ninth class concept again we have to revise. That is what? Earth. So do you think Earth gravity is every place remains constant? In ninth class you might be studied. The gold which you purchased in Kashmir may not be equal to the equal weight in the Tamil Nadu. So that is what? Even on the surface, weight of the object is not remains constant. Am I right or wrong? Everybody? Because G value is not constant. So that is what we are going to study. Variation in G is due to the shape of the earth. That is what is the next concept. So keep reading, everybody. Variation in G. Variation in G due to shape of earth. So how many of you think that earth is a spherical in shape? Anybody? Make it quick, all of you. How many of you consider earth is in a spherical shape? Completely spherical. Yes, please. I got it. Manu and Samaya. Yes, all of you. No response? What you will consider? Earth is a perfect sphere or not? Ninth class also I taught you. But those are my old students, you may. Or else you can remember. So remember, Earth is not a completely spherical. Earth is not a perfect spherical in shape. Keep it in mind. So Earth is not a sphere. Earth is not a sphere perfectly. So Earth is having a radius at the poles is less than the radius at the equator. So if I take center, compared to the radius at the poles, radius at the equator is EQ. Equator is greater. So Earth equator greater than, radius at equator is greater than at the poles. Now, if you observe the formula, whatever it is, what is the relationship between force and distance between them? Everybody? Force and distance between them, square of inversely proportional to each other. Now, if what will happen, all of you see that if R is keep on increases, that is what? If this R is keep on increases, what will happen, everybody? R value keep on increases. So both are inversely proportional. Force means gravitational force. So what will happen? G, inversely proportional or directly proportional?
Decreases.
Yes, decreases. So radius increases, R decreases because both are inversely proportional to each other. Now, radius decreases, G value increases. So that is why I'll say, so radius at the equator is greater than radius at the poles. And coming to the gravity, it is opposite completely. So I'll say, all of you observe very carefully. Gravitational force of the earth is less than gravitational force of at the poles. Will you all agree with me? Everybody, please respond. So this is even experimentally also calculated and proved, and even calculated or according to calculations also, it has been experimental. So both ways it is verified that, all of you remember, always where the G value is maximum, at the poles or the equator. Everybody, where the G value is maximum, all of you please, where the G value is maximum, at the poles. Why at the poles? Because radius is less. So radius, and you can take radius is actually, you can notice it. What is happening, all of you here? If the radius increases, G value decreases. Radius decreases, G value increases. That's why from the center, if I am moving towards the poles, G value increases. If I am moving towards the equator, G value, everybody, G value decreases. That is what you have to remember. So till here, anybody having any doubt, you can ask me. Are you clear, Mr. Pradosh, Rishi, Sai Hardik, Rudreshwar, any doubt? You can ask me. Understand, Ra? Please respond, everybody. Clear? Yes? Yeah, this is what
Yes, sir.
one thing. So next, the last one. Three things yesterday were written. One is going above, another one is going below, and then third one. Anybody can tell? This is third one. Just for remember, shape of the earth is not completely sphere, where the distance at the poles is less than the, that is what, radius at the poles is less than the radius at the equator. So that is why gravity opposite, radius increases, gravity decreases, radius decreases, gravity increases, because earth is considered as a solid sphere. So r, greater the r, higher will be the force of attraction. Am I right or wrong? Everybody, that's what the mass is, more it will be. R is increases, acceleration also increases. R is decreases, acceleration also decreases. Are you clear, everybody? Please respond.
Yes,
R,
sir.
R decreases, G value increases. R increases, G value decreases. That is what. That's why I will say. So you have to be very careful while you are answering questions from this. Okay. I hope you are understanding. Then last one. Variation in G due to rotation of Earth. So because of motion of a, you can take rotation of Earth around the sun, and of course even around itself, rotate itself. So then what will be the, okay, so variation, that is what we are going to discuss. Okay, so everybody, so what will happen? Variation in G due to rotation of the earth. So what is the G value changes when it is rotating? Clear, everyone? So let us see now. We all know, if I consider earth is not a perfect hollow solid sphere, but of course I am considering, and as we all know, earth angular velocity very high or low? Earth angular velocity is very, very low only. Of course, it will take to spin one complete rotation. How many hours it will take, everybody? Yes, please. Please respond, guys. All of you. To understand what I am saying, all of you. So Earth, it will take 124 hours to complete one rotation. So that is very, very smaller, or angular velocity very small or high, everybody. That is what is my question. Please respond. What, Ra? No response. Can you hear me, everybody? So now, if I take a particular particle on its surface, Earth surface, let me take whose particles is mass m. So as it is in rotation motion, again go back to the rotational dynamics. So we all know there is a force which is always acting towards the center. What is that force, everybody? Towards the center axis of rotation. Everyone? Yes, please. That is what? Weight of the body, which is equals to mg. So then there is a force which is always acting outwards. What is that force, Rudreswar? Can you hear me? That is what we used to call it as a centrifugal force, which is equals to mr omega square. Am I right, guys? Will you all agree with me? Please respond, everybody. Please, can you hear me,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
That is what. Now, so now if I take this particle is keep on rotating like this. That is what, of course, on the surface. If I take this particle, it will be rotated like this. If I take this particle, it will rotate like this. Okay, if I take the particle here, it will take long distance to make it. So that's what it is. Now, in this all the cases, do you think this R is remains constant or varies? Everybody? Yes, please. All of you respond. So R is remains what? Here to here, R is R, small r. Here to here, R is another R. Here to here, another R. Do you think all these R's are equal? Everybody? Yes, please. Respond. No. So that is what you can see. So that is why R is not remains constant. So we'll take it as a, we are not supposed to write capital R. So it is the correct or wrong one. So always you should write m small r omega square. What do you mean by omega, everybody? All are done. Angular
Angular momentum.
yeah, angular momentum, angular velocity. Understand? So that is what. Now, so what in these cases, as the R is keep on varies, what is the G effective? That is what? Effective resistance. So remember the G effective resistance. Always that's what. As variation in G due to rotation of Earth, remember, because of rotation, there is a slight decreasing in the G value because of rotation of the Earth. So that is why that G value we are taking as a effective acceleration due to gravity, which is actually decreases. Decreases means less than G or greater than G. Everybody, it is less than G or greater than G. Respond, Ra. It will be less than G. Do you understand, Ra? Please respond, all of you.
Yes, sir.
So now you can notice it, everybody. So we all knows that is what we have to calculate the effective resistance. Then how to calculate this acceleration due to effective acceleration due to gravity? So let me take now. So there is a particle, all of you observe. Again, I'm taking, we are going to derive the formulas. And yesterday itself, I told you the formulas, but of course. So axis of rotation with angular velocity omega. So now I choose the point here. So now from the center line, do you think this R is remains constant, everybody? So I will take one particle here, one particle here, one particle here, one particle here. Do you think from the axis of rotation, the particles are in the same distance, everybody? Yes, please. No. Am I right or wrong? Just now I said it will revolve here,
Sir.
it will revolve here, it will revolve here. Understand, Pradosha? So now, let me take this one. All of you observe very carefully. So let the distance between from the axis of rotation to this point is, I'm considering as R. So now, if this is R and we all knows that, remember this weight of this particle is acting towards to the center. What is the weight of the particle? mg. So if it is acting like this, and we all know centrifugal force which will always act outside direction, mr omega square, then can you tell me, may you apply mathematics and tell me, we already knows, if the weight of the body is acting towards the center and mr omega square is acting like this, can you tell me what is the resultant force will act in between them only? Am I right or wrong? Please respond. So this is what is invisible. Yes, please respond, guys. Resultant force. Am I right? Please respond. That is what. So that is the purpose I am taking. So you can notice it. So which is acting towards to the center, W equals to mg, and this is what mr omega square. So now if you observe very carefully, so for example, you can notice it, everybody. So let me take that alone. So if I take the earth, all of you check it. So there is a equator line and there is actually which is revolving with the angular velocity omega. So all of you observe very carefully here. So now let me choose a point, some point which is what mg, that is what weight of the object, and which is acting towards the center, that is what equator, and the distance between the particle to the axis of rotation is r. So we all knows that, as I said here, so centripetal force is equals to mg omega square. So this is what is the equator. So now you can see, so how to find it resultant. That is what is the question. That is what G effective. So it's very simple. So we all knows that this force is acting like this. That is what mg. And this force is acting in a forward direction. That is what mr omega square. Then what is the resultant? This is what is the resultant. Are you clear, everyone? Please respond, everyone. Any doubt, anybody can ask. Okay, guys? Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That is what. So now, all of you observe very carefully. This G effective is acting like this. We have to find the resultant one. So now, can you tell me, if suppose observe very carefully, if this is the theta, so we all people knows, then the force which is acting towards the center is mg. So then, if observe very carefully, if this is the theta, then here also it will become what, everybody? Here also it will become what? Speak loudly, guys. Here also it will become what, guys? It will become, respond. It will become what? Theta only, correct. Here is the angle theta, means here also angle is what? Theta. Okay.
Theta.
So now if you observe very carefully here, what is that angle? We have to find it, resultant one. So if I take, for example, all of you observe very carefully, this is weight of the body and this is mr omega square. That is what? And the resultant one, this is the resultant one if you check it. So all of you observe very carefully. So can you tell me, what is this, how much angle it is? Yes, Rudreswar, already we are having experience in this. So if you, how to find it, let me see. So if I extended this one in a forward direction, then we all knows that this fully is equals to, of course. So let me take this alone. If I extend it, this is what latitude theta. Then remaining angle is will become what? Anybody? Anybody can tell me? Yes, please. 180 minus theta. Do you understand, Ara? Everybody? Speak, guys. I love you. So what is the
Yes,
angle
sir.
between them? 180 minus theta. So what is the angle this one? This angle is 180 minus theta. Now I want to find this G effective. So can you tell me what is the formula? We all knows that G effective formula. Write it everybody. So what is that? Resultant force, everyone. So A square plus B square plus S 2AB cos theta. So cos theta illa cos, everybody, cos 180 minus, yes, cos 180 minus theta. So that is what you have to remember. So now, if you observe very carefully, now as the earth, let me find this formula, substitute it. So G effective is equals to, okay, A square means G square plus B square means R omega square whole square plus 2AB, 2 into A value G square, okay. So one minute, yeah, A value G, A value not G square, G into B value how much ra? R omega square into cos 180 minus theta. So cos 180 minus theta something you are all very familiar. Cos 180 minus theta, how much guys? Speak guys, cos theta. Am I right or wrong? So minus cos theta, G square. Sorry, replace the formula, everybody. Cos 180 minus theta, what ra? Minus cos theta. Am I right? So this one will become r square omega power 4 plus 2g r omega square. Cos 180 minus theta is what? Everybody. Speak guys. Minus cos theta. So that minus will come. Nobody is saying. So g square plus r square omega power 4 and plus into minus minus, which will become 2g r omega square cos theta. This is what is the formula. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask me. Are you clear guys? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
You guys? Yes, that is what. So now, okay, everyone, clear? This is what is that. Now, so if you consider as the earth angular velocity is extremely small, very small. So if you have taken all of you, so we all know angular velocity formula. Can you tell me, Pradosh, Rudreswar, angular velocity formula? 2 pi by t. Am I right or wrong? So 2 into pi into, what is the time period of earth? Rotation of earth? 24 hours. 24 hours means 24 into 60 minutes. Okay, which is equals to 24 into 60 into 60 seconds. So which is equals how much guys? You can see. So 24 into 3600 seconds. So that is what. So it is, you imagine like that, you will get extremely more time period. So that angular velocity will become what? Very small. Very small it will become. So now what will happen? Even if you do that, omega power 4 we have. So already we'll get omega very minute. Again, if you make the 4 power 4, it will goes to much and very smaller. So almost it is equals to 0. Almost it will become equals to 0. Then what is the formula remaining? Everybody, G effective because of rotation. Speak loudly. G effective, what is the remaining? Everybody. Speak guys. G into, now you can see, I'll write it, all of you. So G into, okay. So what will happen next step? You all can check it, everyone. So I will multiply both numerator and denominator. Let me write it now. G square minus 2g r omega square cos theta. So now, so this is what is we have. So multiply now both numerator at a time. I will multiply both g. So now you can see here, this g into g will become g square. So I will get the answer step by step. I'm writing minus 2g square r omega square cos theta divided by g. So any problem? Anybody till here? Now you can see is that. So both the cases something is constant. Can you take it outside? What is that?
G square.
G square. So G square, root of G square will get cancelled. So G will get cancelled. So inside what is there? Everybody. 1 minus 2r omega square. 2r omega square cos theta divided by G. So which is equals to, you can see, G into root over 1 minus 2r omega square cos theta divided by G. So this is the formula. This is the formula for what, everyone? Please respond. Where angular velocity is extremely, that is what rotation of the body. Now, if I consider already I said omega angular velocity is extremely smaller, r is remains constant, R is also varies, cos theta, theta is also varies, G values only. So if I do this, all the things, it is very, very lesser than the one. That is why, so we are considering this one, understanding? And we are going to replace this one. So let us see how I'll modify. So as it is very, very, very small. So yesterday we have studied 1 minus x whole power n, where x is less than 1. Then what will happen the formula? 1 minus nx. Am I right or wrong? Yesterday also I taught you and today also I'm teaching. Am I right? Speak, guys, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I'll replace that one. So if I replace that word, what will happen? Everybody, you can see G dash is equals to G into, I'll take a, so 1 minus, you all observe very carefully. So now I can replace it here in place of, what I can replace now, r omega square cos theta. Something I have to replace it. So what is that, everybody? What I can do it? Yeah. So this square root, I can write it as a 1 minus 2r omega square cos theta divided by g whole power 1 by 2. That is what I can modify. So now g value, g is equals to, all of you observe, as it is extremely smaller, very, very less than 1, sorry, very, 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 very smaller, always, understanding. So I'll consider this is as a negligible. That's what I said here. So if it is 1 minus x, x is extremely smaller, then how the formula will modify? Everybody, 1 minus, what is that? Nx. Clear, Amma? Understand, Amma? Everybody? Pradosh? Clearer? So G into 1 minus, understanding? Now formula, what will happen? N place, N into R. So what will happen? N value 1 by 2 into X means what? This is what? This whole term is X. So which is equals to 2 into R omega square cos theta divided by G. So 2 will get cancelled. So what is remaining, everybody? You can notice it, all of you. So G dash is equals to, I'll multiply with the G. So G into 1 G minus G into R omega square cos theta divided by G. So GG will get cancelled. So what is remaining? Anybody can tell? G dash is equals to G minus R omega square cos theta. At the yesterday's beginning class, we have written this. Verify it, everybody. Any doubt in this, you can ask me. Okay, guys? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the formula. So this is what G dash, where you have to calculate gravitational force of Earth. So due to the angular velocity, that is what rotation. So rotation, G effective will calculate it. So G effective is equals to G effective is equals to, remember, G minus R omega square cos theta. So of course, this one again we'll write it for two. One is for equator, another one is for poles. So that is all the things we will discuss it and we'll solve the numerical also. Are you clear, everybody? You understand, Amma?